Angela, a lot has changed for you in life, babies, and a reality TV show. How have you been able to balance all of these beautiful blessings?
Definitely been very, very hectic in my household. I won't say in the least bit, but it has been like the most rewarding thing I've ever experienced as being a mom, and not just the one baby. I have two babies, under 13 months. So it's definitely been a challenge, but I'm loving every minute of it and learning to juggle life and, carrying on a day with them, making them breakfast, lunch, and dinner, being home, spending all this quality time with them. It's like the best feeling in the world.
Angela, we have been dealing with unprecedented times with this COVID-19 pandemic. Take me through your daily routine and how it's changed.
I get up very, very early, and I do have a live-in nanny that helps me as well. But I love to make breakfast for the kids early morning. We get up around 5:30 every morning. Go for a long walk, coffee. My husband, definitely get a workout in. It's very, very big for me, especially with trying to stay upbeat and trying to get mentally and physically prepared for the upcoming races. But also, a lot of sim time I've been doing. I'm sure you've heard about this iRacing that everybody's doing, all these big drivers. So that's definitely been taking up a lot of my time as well. But I'd say all in all, just spending quality time at home with my children and, seeing them grow minute by minute and the changes is pretty spectacular.
I'm glad you bring up iRacing because I love racing in general. So anything racing is making me happy right now. And I think it's super cool and super fun. Talk about your role and how you like iRacing. What do you think of it, Angela?
It's definitely been a trick. It's been very, very tricky for me. I've had this set up for a little over a year, and I usually always just test on it before race. So I run laps by myself, not really familiar with, other cars on the track as well. So it's all still new to me. It's tricky. I'm not a big gamer. That's my big thing. I know it is very realistic to the tracks. So I know a lot of the setups are, a lot of people have, their guys coming over and doing the exact setups on these cars, which is really cool. But it's tricky. I'm not gonna lie. It's really tricky for me.
Angela, you're pretty amazing, and you are one of three women in NASCAR. Racing has been in your blood with your uncle.
Yeah.
Talk about how your love for racing started.
Yeah, it started at a really young age. Three generations of racing in my family, my grandfather, my dad, and then obviously my uncle who won Daytona 500 and is still currently active in the Cup racing, which is really cool. But just growing up around it, seeing him on TV, dreaming, to be one of the top females in the sport, along with my twin sister at the time. I got a go-kart for Christmas at a young age, not even knowing really what it was. And it all kind of began there. I started doing really, really well in the series and kind of moving up to the ranks, all the while with, high hopes and dreams of moving here to Charlotte and becoming a NASCAR driver.
For sure. And I'm sure you have a million memories, but can you think of one that stands out of you as a young girl at the racetrack?
Oh my gosh, probably just alongside my twin sister. I remember, Amber and I would always be fighting for the win, so 1 and 2. And I just remember, my dad always, pulling us aside after the race is over, just always reminding us that we're a team and we're in this together. And it's kind of what it's always been. So I'm very thankful to have what I have today and the funding to back me up for this opportunity this year.
Absolutely. And Angela, you're a tough woman, but I know there have been challenges. Can you talk about some of the challenges being a female in racing and how you coped with them?
Yeah, I think there's always challenges being, one of the very few females in sports. The eyes are always on you. If you make a mistake, unfortunately, it's, they kind of have your head. In the end, I do feel that I deserve to be there. I had an 8th place finish at Daytona last year, first female to lead laps at Daytona as well, which was a big dream come true for me. Just watching my uncle win 500 back then in the early 90s. But, I think every day women are dealt with challenges that we all have to face in any career that they're doing. But I think it makes us push that much harder to want it more. So I'm definitely thankful for where I am. That's for sure.
The Truck Series is starting back up on May 26th. How excited are you to get back racing?
Girl, I'm so excited. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I'm beside myself. Like, the days are like clicking by, But I feel like I'm really prepared. This iRacing has definitely helped us, like I said.
How anxious are you to get a win and make history in the Truck Series?
Yeah, I definitely think the time has come for a female to definitely do it. And I hope it is me, of course. But now more than ever, I think in order to prove ourselves to everybody out there that females do deserve to be there, we do need a W. So hopefully it's this year for sure.
But now, Angela, just talk to me a little bit more about this reality show that you guys have. How did this come about and how do you like it?
Oh my gosh, well, I love reality TV. Obviously, watching it always on TV and being like, I wish I could have my own show, and it actually coming to fruition is definitely real for me. And seeing it on TV, we had 8 episodes air on Facebook Watch. the Ruch life, and it's just phenomenal. You know, I kind of went to Mike and I told him, hey, I want to go back racing. I want to adopt babies. I want to do all these crazy things. You know, I kind of put my life on hold for him when I helped raise his three older children. So now that they were moved out of the house in their 20s, all doing very well for themselves, I want a little bit of time for myself, you know? And I'm like, why can't I have a baby? Like, why can't we just adopt? Why can't I go back racing and give it another shot, like the right way? Because we have time now. And he definitely supported it. And he's like, yeah. And so he called one of his buddies, Jason Shabika, who's a producer. And was like, hey, this is crazy. My wife wants to go back racing, wants to do all these things, adopt children, multiple kids. And he's like, no, we should film it. He's like, this is such a great series. Like, it's real life. She's one of the top competing, females in a male dominated sport. Showing the difficulties around that is a story in itself. And the challenges that I'm faced with every day of being respected and by the way I look, or, you know what I mean? But, just in general, right? Yeah. So why would we not do a show? And there we go. And now it's the Ruch life. So it's pretty cool. I can air my whole life on TV, and it's a docuseries and it's all real life. So it's cool.
It's amazing. I mean, it's crazy how you balance it all. You're an amazing woman. You're a professional athlete. You've got 2 babies, a husband. You're all over the place. I mean, how do you do it?
I don't know. Some days I can go on very, very little sleep, no lie. And I'll tell you what, the biggest, most rewarding thing is coming home and seeing those 2 little babies. Like, it just lights up my day. And I never thought for 2 seconds I would have children growing up, and I just wanted to race NASCAR and do all these things, but I want to slow down a little bit too, and I wanted to be a mom. Like, I think that was my biggest thing. I think everybody should, if that's what they want, is to definitely set out is to do that. And adoption for me was one of the greatest things I've ever accomplished in life, and I'm very close with the birth mom still, and I have an ongoing relationship with them, which is really cool, which I'm sure a lot of people can't say. But I'm very, very blessed, and yeah. So
that's amazing. You've checked off so many boxes. Any more boxes that you would like to check in your life? Like maybe write a book, or
I'd love to do
what
that
else
too.
do you have brewing?
I am working on a book with a couple authors, actually. It's kind of funny you say that. But it just, the world is what you make it, and that's what I love about life. Is I want to leave a legacy for my children, and I want them to know that in the end, I faced a lot of challenges in my life, and at the age of 36, to say that I've done these amazing things, I hope they'll look up to me one day and dream to be just like their mom. So
amazing. You're so young, and you've just accomplished so much, and so much more to come. Right, your engine is just being started.
Yes, girl, it is a full season ahead of us in NASCAR, and life is going to be good here. Start May 26th. I'm super pumped.